And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is the end of May and we are having another episode of Cork and Board, pairing good food with good wine. Now with the weather warming up, it's getting sunny, it's getting hot, and that means it is the beginning of one of my favorite times of the year for cooking, the grilling season. There's so much you can do with a grill. I really enjoy using it, but looking back on all the episodes I've done so far, I realize there's a lot of meat dishes on display in my channel. And I decided, you know what? We're going to switch that up, we're going to change it up, we're going to kick off the grilling season with a vegetarian dish and a wine pairing for it. So, for our wine, we have this Chemin de Moscou 2016. This is out of the French southwest, just near the Spanish border. I had the pleasure of visiting this vineyard myself on vacation a year ago, and we're going to see how well this organic wine is after a year in the cellar. It's mostly Syrah and Grenache, so we are going to get fairly spicy notes, but that have been softened a bit compared to a full-bodied Syrah or Shiraz. To go with that, we are cooking up stuffed bell peppers. So what this is going to do, we're going to be cutting bell peppers in half, stuffing them up, and then putting all of that on the grill to heat up and get some nice char flavors, which should go well with the spicier tones in this wine. Happy to have you guys all joining along. Let's get going. So we're doing a rice and vegetable stuffing for these peppers, and we're going to start with the vegetable portions by slicing up some mushrooms before taking a quarter of an onion and cutting away any of the rotten bits that we find before dicing it. I particularly enjoy this particular dicing technique because it gets the job done quickly with minimal tears. After those come the carrots. We're going to quickly dice those until we have about 3/4 of a cup, and then get an equal amount of frozen green peas. Our pan's hot, we add our mushrooms and onions in the oil and give it a quick toss before adding in some garlic powder and another quick toss before covering it and turning the temperature on low. Take 3/4 cup of rice, get that setting, and then put the carrots and peas into the same pot of boiling water. After a while, come back and the mushrooms and onions will have reduced in volume very significantly. Give them a quick stir so they're not sticking to the bottom of the pan, and then recover. Our peas and carrots are now done. We're going to take those off the heat and strain them before adding them into the pan with all of our mushrooms and onions. Give that a quick stir around and then go check on your rice. That's all done, so we're going to take that off heat and add it into our pan as well. Now it's just time for our seasonings. We're going to start with some soy sauce, mix that in, and mix all of our ingredients in individually so that they get nice and coated before adding the next one. A teaspoon of ginger powder, and once again, mix it all in together. Before finally, to increase the stickiness, adding a single dabble of about a teaspoon of honey. This will make it a nice sweet and give it some stickiness. Once that's all mixed in together, it's time to stuff our peppers. Now, this mixture is quite sticky, so as you're going in, expect there to be some spillage. That's all fine, you're just trying to get a rough amount in. But that doesn't mean this is what we want, so we're going to come back in later with a small spoon and just tidy everything up. These are now ready for the grill, so it's time to unveil it. Now, as our grill is preheating, we need to make sure that it's nice and clean. Take a wooden scraper, make sure that it's wooden, and give your material a nice cleaning. Don't use metal, it'll scrape things poorly. There's a little bit more time before it heats, so I'm going to cork the wine. Just don't be an idiot like I was here and try and cork it in my hands. Always put it on a surface. You'll be much more stable. Give yourself a nice pour, and by the time you're done, your barbecue should be up to heat, and you can just place your peppers right down on the burners. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm a really big fan of having a glass of wine while I'm standing at the grill. It's just a nice little ambiance on the porch in the sunshine, soaking up the heat. So we're going to have that first sip of wine right now as we are grilling up these peppers. That's really smooth and still maintains a lot of the bold flavors. Organic wines are not really known for their ability to age well, and so being a 2016, it's actually holding up its flavor quite nicely. Still as good as I remember it, and I'm looking forward to how this goes with the peppers. So they've had a little bit of time on the grill. They don't need that long, they're just sort of heating up and getting that char, and you just want to cook them until there's that nice little char underneath. Once they're done, they're good to take off the heat, and you are good to serve. Alright everyone, we know how the wine tastes. Let's get a lovely taste of that pepper. You know, that pepper is just like a grilled pepper should be. It's warm, but it's firm. It's got all of that packed flavor, a little bit of the char on it. Now, second tasting of the wine. That Syrah is coming out nicely. The char is bringing out the spiciness in that Syrah grape. Oh, that char and Syrah just melds so well together, and I'm getting that savoriness from the Grenache, I'm getting the savoriness of the pepper, I'm getting the flavors, the lightness. So normally you would expect a red wine like this to overpower something as delicate as a pure vegetable dish, but the heartiness of the pepper mixed with the starchiness of the rice and the other ingredients therein is actually allowing those different elements to shine forward and become very well paired together, oddly enough. So the wine is now the main flavor in this dish, but what we have therein is all of this wonderful delicate flavor. Well, that's it for today. We are done our first grill of the season. I am happy to have brought you guys along with this. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you like what you're seeing, and we will take care and have you guys on the next one. Ta-ta.